All right. Welcome, everybody, to the May 2026 edition of the Charleston County Public Library Board meeting. Amanda, we have acquired our notations for FOIA, and the press has been notified. Thank you very much. We thank you all for braving the rain and the clouds and the traffic. We're missing one of our trustees, but she will be along shortly. We've got a couple of trustees that are joining us virtually. We thank them for checking in with us. Moving along, we'll just get right to public comments. As with previous board meetings, this is the public's, our patrons, opportunity to speak directly to the board and share your thoughts, concerns with the board. This is not an interaction dialogue. This is just your opportunity to share with us what's on your mind. For those folks that may be watching this online, we always invite you to share your thoughts and your feedback via email. That email address is up on our website, and you can share your thoughts that way. So why don't we just get started? Looks like we have 6 people signed up for public comments. We're going to start with Pam Kussminder. Mider, sorry. I remind you, you have 2 minutes.
Good evening. Considering our local children in the news being victims of sexual predators, I don't understand why protecting children from pornography has become political, but here we are. Please, God, help me. Children are the pawns in a fight against evil. You have staff that feel helpless and are afraid to speak out, while books violating state obscenity laws keep pouring in, and we can't keep up with reconsideration. I'm a teacher, and until recently I had no idea my children's librarian felt it was her duty to provide sexually explicit books to my daughter. The librarian posted on social media like 10 years ago, but I'm not on social media, so I didn't know. Play-by-play sex scenes have enough context clues. We don't need to read the whole book. I'll email your chair specific books and where to locate the content. We wait up to 2 months for a hearing. You get a board member to do reconsideration, and it's done within 5 business days. That's politics. Let's get the books out. Please change your policy. Personally, I wish you'd fire her, but I know you won't. So my prayer is that county council will fire you because you're violating state law. The F word in a book that was denied our request for reconsideration, it's F word 97 times in a book. Children don't need to hear that. They don't need to be reading play-by-play sex scenes. And now we got Saga. Saga by Brian Vaughn, worse than hard sex criminals. I'm going to point it this way so the children don't see. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we've got Ella Kirschkin. Hey, Ella. Got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
This is why the library is everything to me. My life. I have FMF. It was hard when I was little. I had to stay in bed for multiple days at a time. The library helped me. I was always taking trips to the library. Every time I go to the library, I always want to get 1,000,000 books. The library is my life. People like getting help. To get help, it was easy. Librarians are amazing. They give me book recommendations. They usually are perfect. What if there was no library? If there was no library, I'd freak out. I am serious. I would have nothing to do. People like me would be sad with no books. They wouldn't like to not choose their books. I am an example of people who love the library. I think it isn't fair to take away the library. I wouldn't be able to see the librarians, and the library gives knowledge and learning help. It's not fair to choose our books for us. We should have the right to choose our own books. This is why the library is my life. The library is amazing for a number of reasons, like the library is a learning center for little kids to teach them how to read. The library also has special things like puppy therapy. How it would hurt the community to take away the libraries. The community would dramatically decrease in the library. Libraries would not get quite as many people. Like me, I am a good example for that. I would have a hard time. I grew up on libraries, where my life I basically live off. It's not fair to take away the libraries. There's other people who also love libraries just as much as I do. Thank you for listening. I hope you think about this and maybe change your thinking.
Thank you, Ella. Next up, we've got Kristen Gross.
Yes. My name's Dr. Kirsten Gross. I'm a
Thank you.
clinical child psychologist, an educator, and also a parent. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about some of the important factors. And I could have come out with research and accommodations and my resume and my CV to talk to you about why libraries are so pivotal for our children. But ultimately, I actually found my answer in one of your books. And it's the author is having a character speak to their library board, actually. And she says, "You may have all forgotten what a library is supposed to be. It isn't a business. It probably doesn't turn a profit because it isn't about profits. A library, any library, is a sanctuary. It's one of the only places left where you can walk through the doors, draw a breath, and stay without needing to buy something, without having to justify your presence. It's where kids go when their parents are nowhere to be found and they want to feel less alone. It's where women go when their husbands aren't safe to be around and they do research of what their options are. It's where students go when they can't get peace and quiet at home for their studying, and people look for work to search job boards and fill out applications. It's where people who go when their computers or phones are broken. A library is where you should be able to find the books that people are trying to ban and exactly why people are trying to ban them. It's where people educate themselves when every school they've ever attended has failed them. It's where people are safe, at least where they should be. And I drew, without libraries, I would probably be dead. A great many people would probably be dead because they are sanctuaries. Cathedrals and churches used to be sanctuaries, but they were only for people who believed in the same things, the same God. People who weren't too different. But libraries are sanctuaries for everyone, no matter how different. Because every tyrant in the world, from the sacking of the Library of Alexandria until now, cements their rule by targeting knowledge. They do it with guns or they do it with book bans and board meetings, but that's where it starts. And we don't want to find ourselves on that side of history. Thank you for listening to myself and my daughter.
Thank you. Next up, Sydney Van Bulk.
Hi, my name is Sydney Van Bullock, and I don't know how I'm supposed to follow Ella. She was incredible. I just wanted to come here today. I am an educator at heart. I come from a family of educators. My stepdad was a principal in Florence, and when he retired, he became a librarian in Columbia. My mom and dad both teach on the collegiate level. And so education has always been really important to me and my family. And libraries are the backbone of education in every sense of the word. Our librarians are heroes. Our librarians give us access to explore places we could never go on our own. They give us freedom. They give us opportunity. And I'm just here to say thank you to our librarians and thank you to you guys for serving this incredibly important role. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up, Daphne DeRumas. I hope I didn't murder
I'm
that.
Daphne DeRamus. Hi.
Thank you.
I've been coming to this library, I believe, since it's open. It's so amazing. I'm a part of the few clubs here. The first one I joined was Dungeons and Dragons. I recently started to take a little bit of a leadership role. It's so important to me. I've also joined the Teen Advisory Board. I've made quite a few new friends. Sorry. As well as that, there's another writing club. There's a writing club. I've been to a few meetings. It's wonderful. The teen clubs here are so amazing. The teen staff here is amazing as well. I've gained collaboration and teamworking skills, leadership skills, but also, most importantly, relationships. Either improving relationships I have with friends now, but also making new friends. In addition to that, a few of the mentors I have here, the teen staff, have helped me gain the internship here over the summer, and I am so excited to be a part of it. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm sorry. Thank you so
Take your
much.
time. Thank you for your comments. And lastly, I'm going to murder this. I think it's Isabel Wolf.
Yes, sir. I'm Isabel Wolf. I would like to talk about how the library has helped me make new connections, and it's helped me with my teamwork skills and public speaking. I'd like to mention that I'm a part of the teen advisory board. I'm also the president of Anime Club. Daphne, who just spoke, is my vice president of that club. She also introduced me to the D&D club. We are some of the main dungeon masters there. I'd like to suggest for my sister, she is a rising fourth grader. I'd like to suggest more activities and programs in her age group. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your comments. Moving along, next item on the agenda, are there corrections to the agenda? I know there was one. Can I recognize Kyle on that?
Yes, we are just missing committee reports. We have a finance committee meeting that occurred today, and I'd like to have a report added towards the end of the agenda where it would normally be.
Very good. Can we add that after 7A, perhaps? Committee reports? All, make a motion?
Second. We add it to
A second.
7A.
All in favor, 7A for committee reports? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. Approval of previous meeting minutes from March 23rd.
I have
Do
a
hear
correction. I'd make a motion to correct the minutes to reflect under public comments. The YouTube recording that was referred to during that speech was actually the February retreat and not the previous board meeting. The second paragraph on public comments.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not the previous board meeting. It was the February retreat.
Do I hear any opposition to making that amendment? All in favor? Aye. So amended. Do I hear a motion to accept the meeting minutes as amended?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. Next up, we'll move along to the executive director's update. Angela?
Good evening, trustees. Thank you for being here on this rainy evening. I am very pleased to talk about that we were the recipient of several of the awards from the Charleston City Paper. We won several Best of awards. We won Best Place to Work, which was the first time we've ever won this award. I didn't know we were actually nominated for that award, and then suddenly we win it, which was marvelous. I think we were up against some pretty other impressive people in the community. I think we were up against MUSC and some other folks, but it was very humbling. We won, of course, for the best local podcast for Charleston Time Machine, Dr. Nick Butler. I think he's won that about 3 or 4 times now. He's very humble about it. We offered to get him a plaque, but he said, no, it's fine. And then the main library won Best Library. This award is really interesting because we are competing among ourselves for our 18 public libraries, and so the public votes for their favorite library, but Main Library won, and I want to give a shout out to Main Library. All of our libraries are fantastic, of course. If you walk around, you can see all that we offer. Main Library is our last one to get renovated, as you know. And so it doesn't have a maker space, it doesn't have a lot of the new technology, but what it has is really, really impressive and dedicated staff that have made people, I think, feel at home. They serve a very wide array of patrons, and they've done that very well and effectively. And so this year they won Best Library. I think all of our libraries are best, but Maine was the one that took home the award this year. We are going to get get them a plaque. They were thrilled. It was a nice way for them to go out for the year because, as you know, they're closing down to the public at the end of July, and they will be in their temporary location very soon. So it was nice for them to close out in the building before it gets renovated, and then they will be back, and they will put that plaque on their wall. So it's very exciting. Summer Reading 2026 is here. I cannot believe it is the end of May. I cannot believe it is almost June. But we have been hard at work with registrations. We will continue to have an update. The numbers are very new right now, but we actually have a video I would love to play for the board. This actually is from some teen volunteers, and they wanted to talk about their experience here at this library and then also what they're looking forward to this summer.
I love about the library, I feel really comfortable, really safe. It's a very loving environment, and I love everybody here. I get to hang out with friends, I get to eat here. And yeah, that's it. My name is Mackenzie, and we're going to interview some more people, so come with me. The things you can do here is have a positive attitude, so it's very nice here. Well, because all the workers are very positive, and like they care about everyone. I love the teen librarians and how positive they are to everyone.
I like that it's a community here. It's very diverse. It's a large minority. I like the classroom too. We are very focused with building and stuff. It's fun here. It's fun here.
I like the staff because they're all really chill. Even when you do a lot of bad things or talk too much, they'll still give you multiple chances.
What do you like about the library?
The staff. The staff and the librarians, and also somewhere to be at after school.
The staff, especially Miss Krista and Miss Haley, and it's fun to be at after school.
Chill, talk to your friends, be on the computer, whatever. As long as you're quiet though, you can't be chaotic now.
The environment, because it's very chaotic, it's fun.
People that work here, because they're nice, and the people I meet. Say the staff too.
I really like coming to the library because I get to meet a lot of people that I like, and if not, it's a really nice and calm space where I can just either get my homework done or do whatever I want to do.
It's really fun hanging out with my friends, playing the games, and hanging with Miss Haley and Amaya.
Meeting with my friends.
See all of my friends here. I get to do these awesome programs, and I see all the amazing staff because I've known them ever since I've been in 7th grade. So that's the best part.
I get to hang out with my friends. I like the people that work here.
The admins like Miss Isabella, Miss Pam, Miss Tina, Miss Sarah. Yeah, all the admins and students and what they do here.
Thank you. Yes. We're excited about summer. Now, this branch actually flips a little bit. In the school year, we have a lot of teens that visit, and in the summertime, we do have teens, but not quite as many. So this, then we have younger kids that predominantly come here. But that was some of our wonderful teens. They love their library, and I was very happy to see that video. We are very excited about the 250th commemoration. We are working with the state library along with local organizations. We have some programs coming up that I will be updating the board about. We also have a wonderful series featuring the Eliza Lucas Pinckney history, along with access to the Revolutionary War materials. And once again, Dr. Nick Butler with the Charleston Time Machine podcast has been doing just a wonderful job with local history. We have some documentary streaming. We have some future partnerships that we are working with, again, with the state library that I'm very excited about. So we have a banner up there. I think all the branches are going to have different displays and things like that, so we're very excited about that. Oh, yes?
Do you have a speakers program that's going to utilize the spaces in the library to speak during the 250?
I don't know, but I know that we can reach out to folks as needed. So again, I know Nick Butler has some wonderful contacts.
I would suggest we offer that,
Mm-hmm.
since we have phenomenal space in many of our library locations. And perhaps rather than live streaming, some folks might like to come and see somebody live for a change.
Absolutely, yes. Do we have, Natalie informed me we have several live presentations, and so, good. I did not include this on my board report because this is just in, but we are going to have the launch of our new bookmobile. I sent that to the board. Would love to see you there. Would love to see the community there. We have a new bookmobile, and I'm very excited about it. It's been a long time coming. The launch will be on June 10th at 10 a.m. at the Park Circle Playground, and we're very excited about that. Councilman Moody, if you want to come cut the ribbon on that, you're more than welcome to do that. It has been a long time coming, and we're excited to have it. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to let Natalie answer that.
The old one? The old one or the new one? So the old one, the county took back and actually brilliantly repurposed it for a mass casualty vehicle. So that they have now a vehicle that can be used. Unfortunately, we're in the times where you need that type of vehicle, but having that for emergency management and operations is really key. And we've been through that before, unfortunately, again in Charleston. So they are using the vehicle for that. We are now in possession of a van that is much smaller, but much more nimble. It makes it so much easier. The old vehicle required a Class E license to drive it, which really made it difficult because it was difficult to keep a driver on staff, and there was a lot of turnover. But now, as long as they've gone through the defensive driving course at the county, which any CCPL staff member has to go through if they're driving one of the vehicles, they can ride the vehicle or drive the vehicle, which means more of our staff can utilize it. So this is going to really maximize the reach and the impact in getting out, especially to our rural communities that we've been really working hard to really meet where they are.
And I, for one, would love to be kept up to date on what we're doing with it, who's visiting it. I'm assuming they'll go into a place and community folks can come in and browse the books and talk.
So the good news is that even though the old bookmobile had been gone for a little while, we had kept up just visiting with our SUVs, but still doing a lot of stops. We visit several senior centers, places like the Canterbury House, and we also visit community centers out on Wadmalaw. We go out and play bingo with the individuals out there. And so now the vehicle is just going to enhance that. We're working on finalizing the schedule. And so now we're going to expand our number of stops and really try to find high density areas, as well as trying to help support some nonprofits that are working in different communities. So we'll have a schedule posted on our website, hopefully in the next month or two. But the summer is all about summer reading. So we're gonna be focusing on our pop-ups. We visit multiple school camps with the bookmobile where we talk about summer reading, get them signed up for the program, help them log their reading and earn their prizes.
That's great.
Do you have, I know you're not having computer classes, but you do have terminals in the bus to allow people to interact.
We're working on getting the technology together now. We just got our new director of IT under Haley, and we've been working with them on getting some more technology on the bus so that we can do more tech team classes. You know, we rolled out the new tech team model last year, and we've been working with other organizations like the Chamber and the COG to figure out how to really work on the talent pipeline. And so digital literacy is key. So, and there's going to be really great Wi-Fi on board, which the old one was not so reliable, but the new one is, I'm told, very strong. So then the bus in and of itself becomes a mobile hotspot for communities that may not have broadband. So
Absolutely. Very good. Excellent.
So I hope to see you all there. Oh, and this is also hot off the press. As you know, early voting started on Tuesday. Two of our locations, Wando and Baxter Patrick, are early voting locations. Those have been going very well, very safe, very busy. We're excited, as always, to partner with the Board of Elections. We don't have numbers yet, but we have heard that it's been record-breaking, and but it's been going very smoothly, so we're very happy to hear that. So next month, I'll have a breakdown of that. So, were there any questions from the board?
I would just like to piggyback on that last point. I early voted at Wando on Tuesday. Got there before the doors opened, so the line was around the building and out the back. And to say that it was a festival atmosphere and is a shortcoming, but most importantly, the library employees, the staff that was there handling that many people. There had to be 500-600 people in line. The rumor was by the 11, 12 o'clock, there were 900 voters that voted there. I have no reference on whether that's accurate or not. But I'd just like to give a shout out and an unofficial Best of Charleston award to you guys in handling that influx of people. I mean, it's probably nothing compared to the 500 or 600 teenagers that come in these doors. But it was an important thing in the community. And I also heard that there were a significant number of people that actually went back in the library and applied for their library card?
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Yes, we've had an increase in library cards because people come in to vote. They've never been to the library. So we had a little over 30 people at Wando and about the same at Baxter Patrick, which is phenomenal. We always see growth like that, which is fantastic.
People that were around me in line, by the time we made it in the front door and their eyes went up and started looking around the building, they were just blown away, and they had never been in the building.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's a great exposure for new patrons and a great opportunity to serve the community in helping folks vote. So thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. We'll move along. The next item on the agenda was a request for a board committee review of CCPL. Friends is not here, so that's why I skipped over them. I'm sorry. Okay, Leah, I totally forgot about you. Please, you've got the floor.
Okay, my apologies, everyone. My intention was to be there tonight. My boss had other plans for me. But here is my report. We recently had that big book sale, and it, once again, was a success. We had a couple new features this year. We had 14 local authors participating in the event. We had a fill-a-bag promo, $15. You got a friend's tote bag and 10 adult fiction books, and we had over 50 people participate in that. But probably the most exciting was the teacher's raffle. And thanks to the generosity of the historic Charleston Rotary Club, 30 South Carolina educators received a $25 gift card to the sale. And that was actually only part of our Rotary grant. The other part will be used to get some books to kids this summer. So the 75 kids will get a $5 coupon for Friends books, probably starting in July. We will be doing that through our bookstore, as well as a partnership with Frothy Beer Brewing Company. On Mondays, kids eat for free. So 3 Mondays, we will be there with a children's pop-up sale, those $5 coupons, as well as some children's authors. So now kids will eat and read for free at Frothy Beer for a couple Mondays. So just a really huge thank you to Historic Charleston Rotary for their generosity and in allowing us to do these programs. We will be over 100 children and teachers will be provided with free books through this grant. The other big thing happening for us is we are in the relocation process in the Citadel Mall. We are really excited. We are moving to a much bigger new space. We're more than doubling. And that includes the store. So we'll have more books for sale, more genres. We are in a great location. We are directly across from the food court, 2 doors down from Target. And with the increase in space, we can do special sales, community events, and programs. So this is a huge opportunity for Friends. The slight downside is we had a month and a half to get this together. So while the setup and move and all of that stuff is right on schedule, the obtaining of the certificate of occupancy is taking a little bit longer than anticipated. But I'm really hoping in the June board meeting, I'll be telling you all about how well our grand opening went. If you are looking, so right now the store is closed, as we are also closed for donations. We will be reopening both of those as soon as we can. Obviously, we need a CFO to do that. But if you need some books, want to hang out with friends, on Saturday, June 13th, we will be at the Garden by Charlestown Fermentory from 1 to 4. We will be there with a bunch of books, a bunch of local authors, and we will get $1 from every pint sold. So hope to see some of you there. Bring your friends. And that's my report.
What was that date and where is that location again?
It is June 13th from Saturday, 1 to 4, and it's the Garden by Charlestown Fermentory on Ashley River Road in West Ashley.
Very good. I do want to let you know, because you chose not to appear in person tonight, I've got at least 2 or 3 boxes in the back of my car that were donated by a fellow Rotarian, and I've been driving around for 3.5 weeks with these books in my car.
You blame my dog. It's his fault.
I can't blame a dog. I'm sorry. All right. Well, thank you for that report. We're excited about the new store opening up. We look forward to celebrating that with you.
Thank you.
All right. Now we can move along to item number 7 on our agenda, which was a request by a board member, Alyssa Bertoluzzi, for a board committee to review CCPL policies. I am going to recognize Alyssa to introduce a motion requesting that board committee review. The member will have 5 minutes to make her motion. If the motion is seconded, the chair will open up the floor to the board for debate. So I'll turn it over to you, Alyssa.
Thank you. I would like to simply make a motion at this time to create a committee to review policies and procedures, and I'd like to hold discussion until after it's seconded.
Give a discussion, I will second that so we can all talk about it.
All right. All in favor of that? Do we have to? We don't have to do that. Let's just move along to this discussion. So we will do this in a organized fashion. The trustees who desire to speak will have 5 minutes to comment. Once every board who wishes to speak has made their remarks, there will be an opportunity for board members to make brief 3-minute responding comments on the second round, after which debate will be closed and we'll move along. Do I have an interested party that would like to speak first?
I would like to begin by stating my reasons why this is a concern. The State Library Association recommends a frequent review of policy, and I would say that ours is overdue, our need to review it. Currently, per the website, there are, under policies and procedures, 14 tabs, and if you click down through them, including the 14 topics, there are 64 matters that are defined. At the February retreat, while discussing the removal of an entire series called Big Hard Sex Criminals, the director noted that some things haven't aged well. If that series slipped through the cracks, how could policy have prevented that? There are a budget item for the year 2026, the budget item for new materials is $6.4 million. And the director told me recently that that reflects 2.4 million items. And understandably, this is a large management task and just one reason to look at policy. Other policy issues that deserve to be reviewed due to changes in legislation include behavior and trespass concerns, security camera notifications and data storage, ADA compliance, FOIA regulations, and there's an extensive youth policy where there are inconsistencies in the policy versus some of the recently stated definition of what are deemed to be parental roles. For example, a caregiver is defined as being somebody as young as 12. Policy needs to be brought into alignment with card ages and access. My suggestion is to break the 64 items down into at least 3 or 4 meetings for an hour prior to the regular board meeting. The committee can meet and discuss a section of the items. After reviewing a group of policy items, then present to the next board at the next meeting any suggested changes for discussion and have any necessary second reading at that following meeting. This could happen concurrently while working on the next group of items. It could very well take 6 months or more, working at a slow but steady pace, but it is a doable and worthy task.
would you like to go? We have one aye. Did you want a ballot call?
Anybody from your Zoom call?
Oh, okay. Well, let's
Mr.
take
Chair,
a.
how about a roll call vote?
How about a roll call vote? Ms. Platt? Ms. Nesbit? Nesbit?
No.
No. Alessa, you had the aye? Okay, thank you.
Nay.
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 No.
On the phone, we have Ms. Riley.
Nay.
Thank you. That would be, and the other votes abstaining or not here out. So, no, she is not present at this meeting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, nay, 1 yay. Motion fails. Moving along. Next item on the agenda is a board comment. Anyone have a board comment?
7A committee reports.
7A committee reports. Thank you very much for reminding me of 7A. Kyle, we met earlier with the Finance Committee.
Correct. We had a finance committee meeting today where Perry ran us through our third quarter budget actuals, which was through March 31st. Budget review, there were no major findings. We are roughly on track for our budget plan for the year. The entire detailed budget is in the board packet that you all received a couple days ago. If you have specific questions, you are welcome to raise them now. But in our detailed run through with Perry during our finance committee meeting, there was nothing that jumped out as a concern or big noteworthy item. Not related to the 2026 budget, which we're in right now. One noteworthy item is that the 2027 library budget has been approved. We'll have more details about that at our next finance committee meeting. But good news that we have an approved budget for next year. That's all that I have to share.
Thank you very much. Moving along the board.
Okay. We have had at least one group of nominees for election for our officers for the upcoming year. We will meet before the June meeting at 5 to actually finalize that slate, and at the meeting, we will present our slate for voting.
Thank you for reminding me of that, and if we can add if we can add that 5 p.m. committee meeting to next month's agenda, that'll be great. Thank you for that. Now can we move along to board comments? Yes, we may. Does anyone on the board have a comment?
I do. A comment on the committee recommendation for CCPL policies. The board exists to review and modify policies in general. That has happened over the last 4 years that I've been on the board. The policies have been amended and changed. What am I doing? Changed. I think creating, and the reason I voted against it, I think creating a subcommittee of the board to do what the board's job is redundant. It does not make sense to do that. If there are specific concerns we want to address, they should be addressed. But creating a committee to review the bylaws or the library policies in their entirety is not a reasonable ask. That is why the board exists. So that is why I voted against it. And I think we have done a good job over my years on the board, at least, of targeted improvements to policies where they need to be made. But a exhaustive review of every single thing by a subcommittee does not make a lot of sense to me when we've continued to make policy updates where they've been deemed necessary.
Thank you. Anyone else comment? Very good. Do I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss a employee matter. So, yeah. Councilman
If
Moody,
you don't mind,
absolutely.
I wanted to make sure that I said hello and thank you for having me here tonight. Mrs. Craig, I'm thrilled to be this year's library liaison. For those of you who don't know, county council members, we are not voting members of this board. We do not go into executive session. We are here to simply be the eyes and ears for county council for this organization. Welcome to West Ashley. You come to Hurd Library, I'll be at every one of them. But you guys often meet on nights that we have council meetings, so that's why a lot of times we can't be here, but I'm thrilled to be here tonight. Ella, thank you for being here. Thank you for your wonderful comments. That made the whole night worth it. But just also thrilled we were thrilled to have an opening. I've known Mrs. Heinzen for a long time. I've known her son-in-law since high school, I'm afraid to say, probably over 40 years. But just a wonderful selection, well-balanced, very bipartisan support on county council. I think that tells you that we're sort of done with drama. We want this board to keep delivering the results that it's delivered for so many years. And I think Ms. Heinzen is going to be a great addition to this board, so I'm thrilled she's here. Natalie mentioned, I'll just tell you, that old bookmobile, it's a vehicle, I'll just tell you, it's a vehicle we hope we never have to use. It's impressive. It's got 10 seats that firefighters can sit in to take oxygen or get rehydrated. It's got 10 cots for actual accident people that can be loaded into there. So you'll see it at the Cooper River Bridge Run, you'll see it at the fair, you'll see it wherever there's large gatherings of people. And it's a wonderful repurposing of an older vehicle. And again, you hope you never have to use it, but we still have to be prepared for those kind of things. So anyway, I will close out. Even though I haven't been to many meetings, Ms. Craig and I can assure you we speak probably once or twice a week. So I've got my ear to the ground on what's going over here. So it's great to be here, and it's great to be with your former colleague, Chairman Raw. It's good to see you. We certainly miss you, but glad you're here doing good work. Chairman, thank you for your time.
Well, I would just like to piggyback on that and say thank you to yourself and the council for your support over these past few years. We as board members deeply appreciate your support, and I know that our county's librarians and staff also deeply appreciate everything that you do on behalf of the library. And we'll see about permanently coming to, I don't know. I mean, that crosstown traffic, it's good for Vic, but so going back to motion to
Comment. One more comment.
One more comment.
It's actually business, but it's also a comment. It was an oversight from the Finance Committee. Just a note that we realized during our meeting, we recently had a board member exit the board, and he was a member of our Finance Committee. We are short one board member. We would like to request that another is identified and appointed to the Finance Committee board.
We will do that. We will take that up at next month's meeting. We will have a candidate for
your appointment.
That.
You appoint them.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah. So just making the request official.
So I can generate all kinds of controversy as I step out of this chair. But I appreciate that, and we'll have a name for you by next month, if not sooner. Thank you very much. Move to executive committee.
Executive session for the purpose of personnel matters only. Motion to go into executive session.
Do it. Seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Okay, thank you all again for coming out. Ella, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We appreciate it. And everyone, but especially Ella. Come on.